Good evening. I wanted to stop by just for a couple of minutes to, first of all, say thank you to all of the new followers that we've gained over the last couple of weeks. It's been amazing to see this project not only keep rolling, but really pick up again. That's always a really fulfilling thing to know that people appreciate this page, this project, and what we're all doing to preserve the legacy of President Lincoln and his funeral train journey. But I also wanted to just talk to you quickly tonight because this is the 26th of April and it is just about 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And so 161 years ago, almost exactly at this time, the train made a stop at St. Johnsville, New York. It was one of three scheduled dining stops for the train. So there weren't any dining cars. That was really not a common thing to see on passenger trains back then. So they made a stop in St. Johnsville at a little restaurant in town. It was called General Cook's, and some local young ladies, just from families in the area, had been recruited. They knew the train was going to stop there for its meal stop, and so they recruited several young ladies to come and serve the food to it was about 125 people that were in the entourage on the train at that time. So these young ladies, put on their best white dresses. They all had to wear white, and they had black sashes, and they came to the restaurant, served the meal to all of the attending folks that were there. Again, that whoever was traveling with the funeral train. And one of the young ladies actually left an account of that, and her name was Emma Randall Tabor. And she leaves a really neat account. It's kind of brief, but it's interesting to read her account of it. So she talks about serving the dinner, and everyone was, proud to be able to be a part of that. And she says that one of the officers aboard the train actually asked for her name, and she gave it to him. He wrote it down on a little card. After the meal was served, it was a short meal stop. It was only about 20 minutes or so not a lot of time for them to serve and get everything wrapped up for the train to depart again. But after the meal was served, the young ladies who had served the meal, Emma and all of her cohorts that had been serving the meal for the passengers aboard the train, were invited to come aboard. And she talks in her account about what an honor that was, and being able to file past the president's coffin, and she talks about how it was decorated, and the crepe, and the bunting, the black crepe, and the silver stars, and then she says that after they had departed the train, after all these girls had gone through and paid their respects and gotten back off the train, a little while later, someone called her name and handed her a small box, and in it was one of the silver stars that had adorned the train car. So great story. I would love to know kind of the rest of that story, and whatever happened to that particular memento, and find out where it is now. But stories like that just really bring an element of realism, reality, right, to all of this, and those are the kinds of stories that just keep cropping up, which is amazing. But they also just continue to fascinate me, and I'm sure a lot of people that follow the project. But those are the types of things that we want to dig a little more into our or with our newest project. And it's a project we're going to be launching here before the end of the month, and it's called Lincoln Revealed. So if you are interested in digging a little deeper into stories like Emma's, I would love to have you join us as well over on Lincoln Revealed. Again, more info will be here pretty soon. We'll be launching that and talking a little more about just how that's gonna complement this page and this site, but also dig a little deeper into these stories, not only of the funeral train, but of Mr. Lincoln's life in general, and just the things that we don't necessarily always read about or hear about when we think about his life. We kind of know the highlights, right? But this project is designed to go a little deeper than that into stories like Emma's and many others. So hopefully you will join us for that again. More info coming very soon about that. We'll be launching soon. But yeah, just 161 years ago, Emma and her friends would have been serving that dinner in St. Johnsville, New York, and then of course heading on west from there. So, all right. Thanks for following us. Thanks for all that you do to support the project. We'll see you in the next video.